Papa Blue Shirt here. We're going to plant today using the Papa Blue Shirt method. How the Papa Blue Shirt method came about was one time I planted a tray and put compost on it, and I come back the next day and the whole tray was filled with mold. White mold on across the top, and I thought, man, I don't want to throw the whole thing away. I just planted it. So what I ended up doing is putting seed starter on top of it, and I put some worms in it. Now what happens is worms like to eat mold and plant matter that's being broken down, and so I was able to grow out that tray all the way to the end without having any mold issues or anything. And ever since that time, this is the way I've been planting. What I do is I put compost and potting soil in, then I put some worms on, then I let the worms go down. Usually put about 10 to 20 worms per half side, depending on how long I think the worms will be in there. If it's something that is just going to be a microgreen, you know, and in 8 or 10 days is going to be done, then I put like 8 or 10 in there. If it's going to be something I'm going to grow to baby green, I'll put 15 or 20 in the tray then. And what happens is when the mold begins to form on the compost, the worms will eat it. Seeds push up the seed starter, and the seed starter is sterile, so there isn't nothing in it. And usually what happens once it gets in the air, it dries out all the way, and you can just kind of hit it and it just falls back down to the soil level. And so then that way you're able to keep the dirt out of your food, and it's really neat because one thing about microgreens, sometimes it pushes all that dirt up, and then you got to worry about dirt getting in your microgreens. But doing it this way, you don't have that problem. And this is what I've been using. I've been using this burpee coconut potting mix. I'll leave a link for that in the description. And it's been working very well. I've been doing it for probably 3 months now, and so that's the way I'm going to do all of them now. And of course, these are our blue trays that we got, and they're really, really strong. I just can't believe how strong these are. And this is, you'll probably, if you buy these, you'll probably never have to buy another tray. I mean, they're that strong, you know. And so I'll leave a link for that in the description. We've moved to all of these. I have a few stragglers here because this method with our worms works so good. Like this is 10, 11, 10. And so that's over a month old. And you can see on the soil, look at that. There's not even a hint of mold on it. And see, here's what I'm talking about here. As it pushes up the seed starter, once that's in the air for like a day or two, it'll dry right out, and then I can just hit it and it'll just fall right off. It'll turn like this one under here. It'll turn all the way dry, and then it'll be like a powder. And I like to use this new burpee seed starter because I used to use a peat moss based seed starter, and it would put a bunch of dust in the air when you use it. And so, but this got a little bit of moisture in it, and it doesn't go into the air. Using a coconut, it's a lot more eco-friendly. Peat moss, you know, they're not making no more peat moss. Once all the peat moss logs are done, that's it. It's all gone. And so they say we shouldn't be using it all. This potting mix does have a little bit of plant food in it, so if you leave them grow to baby greens, they'll have a little bit to feed on, and plus the worms are in there, and the worms will leave their castings, which is the best kind of fertilizer that you can have. So this has worked out very well for me. So anyways, that's all planted. I'll go ahead and put a tag on them, what it is and what the date is, and we'll put it up on top. I usually put them on top where it's a little bit warmer from the lights, so the worms are nice and warm, and it gives the warms up the tray so the seeds will start. So there we go. This is Papa Blue Shirt. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, everyone.